A recorded dramatic dialogue reflective of the story's theme. The theme: How My Brother Leon Brought Home a Wife. The theme is to endure journey sacrifices is necessary. In order to achieve success, we must be strong, show determination, be patient on whatever difficult event or situation. You must have to sacrifice just to be happy. She stepped down from the Caroliata of Cecilin with a quick, delicate grace. She was lovely, she was tall, and she looked up to my brother with a smile, and her forehead was on a level with his mouth.
You are Baldo.
Her nails were long, but they were not painted. She was fragrant like a morning when papayas are in bloom, and a small dimple appeared momently high on her right cheek.
And I guess this is Labang, of whom I have heard so much.
She held the wrist of one hand with the other and looked at Labang. And Labang never stopped chewing his cud. He swallowed and brought up to his mouth more cud, and the sound of his insides was like a drum. You may scratch his forehead now.
Oh, I hesitate. But I'll try. I would try to touch his forehead.
Maria,
Yes, Noel?
there is Nagrebkan, Maria.
You love Nagrib Khan, don't you, Noel?
Castellan drove away, hieing to his horse loudly. At the bend of the Camino wheel where the big duha tree grew, he rattled the handle of his braided rattan whip against the spokes of the wheel. We stood alone on the roadside. The sun was in our eyes, for it was dipping into the bright sea. The sky was wide and deep and very blue above us, but along the sawtooth rim of the Katayaghan Hills to the southwest flamed huge masses of clouds. Before us the field swam in the golden haze through which floated big purple and red and yellow bubbles when I looked at the sinking sun. Labang's white coat, which I had washed and brushed that morning with coconut husk, glistened like beaten cotton under the lamplight, and his horns appeared tipped with fire. He faced the sun, and from his mouth came a song so loud and vibrant that the earth seemed to be tremble underfoot. And far away in the middle of the field, a cow lowed softly in answer.
Hitch him to the cart, Baldo.
Why does he make that sound? I never heard like of it.
There is no other like it. I have yet to hear another bull call like Labang. In all the world, there is no another bull like him.
If you continue to talk about him like that, either I shall fall in love with him or become greatly jealous.
I climbed into the cart over the wheel, and Labang would have bolted, for he was always like that, but I kept a firm hold on his rope. He was restless and would not stand still, so that my brother Leon had to say, "Labang!" several times. When he was quiet again, my brother Leon lifted the trunks into the cart, placing the smaller on top. She looked down once at her high-heeled shoes. Then she gave her left hand to my brother Leon, placed a foot on the hub of the wheel, and in one breath she had swung up into the cart. Oh, the fragrance of her! But Labang was fairly dancing with impatience, and it was all I could do to keep him from running away.
Give me the rope, Baldo. Maria, sit down on the hay and hold on to anything. Who told you to drive to the field tonight? Baldo, you fool! Answer me before I lay down the rope of Labang on you. Why do you follow the weight instead of the Camino reel?
Father, he told me to follow the wig tonight, Manong.
And I suppose Father also told you to hitch Labang to the cart and meet us with him instead of with Costano and the Calesa. Maria, why do you think Father should do that now? Have you ever seen so many stars before?
I looked back, and they were sitting side by side, leaning against the trunks, hands clasped across knees. Seemingly but a man's height above the top of the steep banks of the Waite hung the stairs. But in the deep gorge the shadows had fallen heavily, and even the white of Labang's coat was merely a dim, grayish blur. Crickets chirped from their homes in the cracks in the banks. The thick, unpleasant smell of dangla bushes and cooling sun-heated earth mingled with the clean, sharp-scented of iris roots exposed to the night air and the hay inside the cart.
Look, Noel! Yonder is our star.
I have been looking at it. Do you remember how I would tell you when you want to see stars, you must come to Nagrebkan?
Yes, Noel. Look at it. It's so many times bigger and brighter than it was at Ermita Beach. The air here is clean, free of dust and smoke. So it is, Noel.
Making fun of me, Maria?
Have we far to go yet, Noel?
Ask Baldo. We have been neglecting him.
Soon we will get out of this wait and pass into the fields. After the fields is home, Manong.
So near already.
Suddenly he broke out into a song, and the song was Sky Sown with Star, the same that he and father sang when we cut hay in the fields at night before he went away to study. He must have taught her song because she joined him, and her voice flowed into his like a gentle stream meeting a stronger one. And each time the wheels encountered a big rock, her voice would catch in her throat. But my brother Leon would sing on until, laughing softly, she would join him again.
But it is white here.
You miss the houses, and the cars, and the people, and the noise, don't you?
Yes, but in a different way. I am glad that they are not here.
You see, we drove through the fields because... But I'll be asking Father as soon as we get home.
Noel,
Yes, Maria.
I am afraid he may not like me.
Does that worry you still, Maria? From the way you talk, he might be an ogre for all the world. Except when his leg that was wounded in the revolution is troubling him. Father is the mildest tempered, gentlest man I know.
We're here,
Mother,
kissed mother's hand.
Mother, where is he?
He is in his room upstairs.
Mother said, her face becoming serious.
His leg is bothering him again.
I did not hear anything more because I had to go back to the cart to unhitch Labang.
Baldo,
Yes, father.
did you meet anybody on the way?
No, father. Nobody passes through the rag at night. He reached for his roll and tobacco and hitched himself up in the chair. She's very beautiful, father.
Was she afraid of Labang?
No, father. She was not afraid. On the way, she looked at the stars, father, and Manong Leon sang.
What did he sing?
Sky sown with stars. She sang with him. The door opened and my brother Leon and Maria came in.
Have you watered Labang?
Labong was resting yet under the barn, father.
It is time you watered him, my son.
I looked at Maria and she was lovely. She was tall. Beside my brother Leon, she was tall and very still. Then I went out, and in the darkened hall, the fragrance of her was like a morning when papayas are in bloom.